and we go on our educational videos series. During today's video, we'll implement the improvements that we've described in the previous video. Overall, we need to do 4 improvements. First of all, we'll move the creation of IFC project entity higher in the code. Next, we will create a rendering style. After this, we will modify our spatial structure to turn it into a real hierarchical structure. And the last one will assign our created structure to the solid representing our column. Today's modifications won't require any changes in the project settings, neither require changes for the list of include directives. All the changes are changes in the code of our demo application. Now let's move on with the changes. First of all, we move the whole IFC project block except for setting the geometry representation context. We move the IFC project block higher in the code and put it right after the unit assignment block. Next, we comment the IDs array and we set the reference of the column to the building story ID. We'll create this element and obtain this ID a little bit later. Next, let us introduce the material. First, we create a color RGB entity and fill in its attributes so that it represents blue color. Next, we create an IFC surface style rendering entity and fill in its attributes. As for attribute surface color, we use our color RGB entity to set this attribute. Next, we create an array of IDs and we append the ID of our IFC surface style rendering element to this array. Next, we create another element, IFC surface style, and we will use our array of IDs to fill in one of the attributes of this IFC surface style element. Next, let us improve the spatial structure. To do so, first of all, we create a side element and we set its relation to project. Next, we create an IFC building element, and this element in turn will relate to IFC site element. And finally, let us create IFC building story element. We'll set its relation to building. Now, as you see, we've got a hierarchical structure: project, site, building, and building story. And as you remember, our column already is set to be related with the building story element. So now the spatial structure is okay. And the last improvement. To do it, first we need to create an array of IDs. And we append the surface style ID to this array of IDs. Next, we create IFC styled item entity and fill in its attributes. 2 attributes require special attention. Item attribute receives the ID of extruded solid, and the styles attribute receives the array of IDs that we've just created. Now, let us build the demo application, and after it is successfully built, let us run it. We get the output file, and let us open this output IFC file in OpenIFC Viewer. As you see, the changes are obvious. First of all, our column became blue, as expected. Next, if we look at the Object Explorer panel, we see our hierarchical structure that is formed by project, site, building, building story, and the column element itself. That is all for today. We hope the video was useful for you and hope to see you during our next videos, and goodbye.